Okay, so we went and bought some gold spray paint from a Hobby Lobby craft store, and we sprayed it on this corner, and we really like the way that looks. It's got a nice, pretty color to it. So, we took the cap over to Lowe's, and that's the little dude there. Hey, can you mix us up some paint? See, we took this little cap right here from the little hobby doohickey over to Lowe's and said, "Make us up some paint, man. Match us up if you can." So he took us and mixed up this Valspar paint. The light's kind of weird on it, but anyway, that's it. So the other day I'd gone to home to Harbor Freight and picked up a spray gun. Woo, look at that. Gravity feed. Got a little cup here. And I bought it with the intention of course, spraying the Rambler, which I am going to do. But I figured, hey, I could put some paint in the gun, shoot this thing real quick. It's got a lot of crevices. This thing will have good coverage. I could paint this thing pretty darn easily. So that's the plan for the day. I was spraying with this old compressor, and it's an 8-gallon compressor, and it's old, and it doesn't have enough air in it for me to blow very long, and it just wasn't doing the job I needed. I needed something a little stronger. I talked to Dad, and there's another compressor at my granddaddy's that's it's a bit bigger. It runs on a 220 power plug, and I don't have one in here. And I was contemplating running some kind of power plug. The right inside the door here is my laundry room, and there's a circuit breaker in there, and I'd have to figure out a way to run wire through the wall here into my garage and have a 220 plug out here. And I'm not real confident about electricity and anything like that. So I got to talking to my wife about it, and I expressed my concern, and she said, "Well, don't they make an air compressor with a different type plug system?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm sure they do, but it'll cost money." And she's like, "Well, let's go look and see what they got. You know, we got anniversaries and birthdays coming up." And so next thing I know, we're at Harbor Freight, and we buy this. Pretty snazzy, huh? It's nice, man. 21-gallon, 2.5 horsepower, 125 psi. I got gauges in here to tell me what my regulation is and what my max is. And I added my oil inside and got my little air filter on and put my wheels on, my little handle, and it don't take up more space than what I had. And best of all, it plugs into my outlet that I already have, which that means I don't have to run another outlet, which is pretty darn snazzy. So my anniversary is coming up on the 18th of April. It'll be our 7th year anniversary. Now, the old compressor is pretty darn wore out, and I don't want to get rid of it. It has sentimental value. But I got thinking about Granddaddy Peak and the life that he had, and how he always believed that, you know, if you needed something, I'm going to give it to you. And you know, it's been passed on to my dad in that mentality, and I guess passed on to me. I happen to have a stepbrother who's been in my family now for, I don't know, 16 years, 15 years, something like that. And he don't have an air compressor, and he needs one. So I made a deal with him. I told him that I would give him this compressor if he made me the promise that if he ever decided to get rid of it, he would find somebody, some young fella, who needed an air compressor, and give it to him. And that way it's kind of living on its life, you know, passing on from somebody to one young fella to another young fella. And you know, it may not do the big jobs they want, but it may get them started and get them interested and get them perked up like it has me, and it may live on another life. Kind of like fixing up an old car, you know? Giving somebody interest, and they next thing you know, they're taking on a life of its own. So, to Michael, this is going to be yours, buddy, and take good care of it. And if you ever decide to replace it, just give it to some young fella that needs one. So, with that said, I'm going to get busy figuring out what I got to do to paint this. So, we'll keep you up to date. Thanks for watching. I'd also like to say that today is April the 8th, 2012, and it's Easter. So, happy Easter. Being April 8th, it's also my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. A few years back, it was also the day that my granddaddy Pete passed away, coincidentally. So, miss you, Granddaddy. Love you. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Easter.